We might just get hit with the Rico.
Me Millie. Cause we in the field with them bird like we play for the Eagles. I'm on probation, so let me not talk what's illegal. Switch it up. Today I woke up with my drinker, she rich as a beetle. For my teachers that said I won't make it here, I spent a day.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Joey Shake 72 coming to you guys with a video right now. So the reports have came out that, you know, this running back room is very multi-dimensional with running styles. Ajayi is that violent, heavy hit bruiser running back with a little bit of speed. Corey Clement is a shifty running back, not the greatest speed in the world, but when he gets to the vertical route, he could pretty much do anything you want him to. He's more mechanical. He's more, not jack of all trades, but he'd do a little bit of everything. Darren Sproles is a advantage in his size, you know, is how small he is, but how fast he is and how he changes direction. The smaller you are, the faster you could change direction, the longer it takes for lengthy defenders to come wrap you up or catch you. And then you have Josh Adams and Matt Jones kind of battling out for that last spot to be that bruiser running back to replace LeGarrette Blount. So one of them has a shot. Now with Ajayi, he was asked in the press conference after minicamp a few days ago, what his role would be. He wants to be the featured back. In Miami, he had, what, 465 yards before he got traded to Philly. He got to Philly, ran for 408 yards. Now, I think this guy can actually have a 1,000-yard season, but we have so many running backs that are going to get the ball this year. I just don't know if he'll be the featured back. But honestly, he'll be the main back. I think he's not going to get 30-something carries, not like as many carries as he did in Miami, but he'll have a significant amount of carries where he'll have probably a little bit higher percentage of carries. Not by a lot, but by a little smidge. That's what I think. I don't think they're going to... We're not that type of offense. You know, we play with two different tight ends. We do so many different fucking things. And now you could be playing with 3 running backs. You could be playing with 4 running backs. But it throws defenses off guard because they don't know who they have to defend on a certain play. It's a guaranteed mismatch. You know, as long as, you know, Doug and Mike Rowe know what they're doing and do the mismatches nicely with this offense, especially with these running backs, there could be a lot of mismatches this year with all these games coming up. So, Ajayi could have a 1,000-yard season, but at the same time, they're not going to use him that much. Like I said, it's just going to be literally a little bit of a, you know, they don't want to tire him out during the year. You know what I mean? You don't want to tire the guy out. So if you're in playoff contention or you know you're going to be in the playoffs a few games ahead, you don't want to go crazy with him. And, you know, I mean, so far his health this year has been absolutely fine. I mean, we found out all these players were getting surgery and they were having issues. Ajayi didn't have any issues at all, and everybody, as soon as we got Ajayi, everybody was talking about his knees and how his knees won't last a few years, blah, 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 blah. Same thing when Sony Mitchell got drafted by the Patriots. He's got the same thing that Ajayi has in his knees. The knee issue. Ajayi he won't be that back that he was in Miami, but honestly, even last year in Miami, he was the featured back getting a lot of carries, but that offense was ranked last year. That run game wasn't good. Ajayi was trying to make big plays. Ajayi was a problem in Miami. He was speaking the truth, he was a little bit of a problem, and he got to Philly and shut his mouth because he knew that he was in a really good situation. Got inherited by a 9-2, 9-1, whatever the fucker record was at that time, by, you know, a team like that was Super Bowl bound, playoff bound at least by that time. So Ajayi could get more carries, but not by a lot. It's going to be, like I said before, just by a small percentage of what the carries he can actually get. But you know, you add the yards up. I mean, if LeGarrette Blount wasn't playing or Corey Clement wasn't playing, Ajayi probably would have had a lot more fucking yards. A lot more than 408 yards, 406 yards, or whatever I said earlier. You know, he will do whatever the coaches ask him to do, but Ajayi is just, you don't want to use him all the time too much. Look what happened to Darren Sproles this year, especially in the opener, where Darren Sproles got hurt, broke his forearm, and tore his ACL. That was the worst because Doug used him way too much and ended up throwing a suicide dump-off pass to him where he got hit and clipped, and, you know, he was pretty much done after that. It was sad to see him go, but now they can make things right. Now they could use these running backs to their strengths and use it as an advantage against opposing teams. So I like Ajayi, I really do. I hope he got a lot faster this year. I hope that he, you know, is going to do a lot better. And I'm really glad that he's on this team. Now, half of you say he's going to be re-signed. Half of you say he's not going to be re-signed. I'm going to still go with the same answer that I said about Ajayi's contract year, which is this year, is that Ajayi will not be re-signed by the Eagles. I'd be very surprised if he gets re-signed. Depending on the year he has, and that's just the name of the game. They have a good year, you got to pay him. They have a bad year, then I don't know. Then we'll see what happens, and you either let him go or sign him to a cheap deal. But the way this team is right now with cap space, well, we saved 4.1 from the Kendricks release, so we got, what, 31? We're 31 over the cap right now, just about, which I'm not worried about because, you know, Howie is just fucking Howie. We know that. But I like this running back room the way it is, so Ajayi will get more carries, but by a slim percentage. So it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be like he's going to get 30 carries a game. Like I said before, it's just going to be a slight percentage over, and that's it. Because Corey Clement's got to get in there. Darren Sproles got to get in there. And I really can't wait until I see the battle between Josh Adams, the running back from Notre Dame, versus Matt Jones, the ex-Redskin. You know, coming here and seeing what they could do and seeing who really shows up. You know, because I really like the size differential. I really like, the Josh Adams, with a 6'1", 6'2", 200-something pounds. A guy that can, run vertical and get speed when he has open space. With this offensive line, Ajayi will play 10 times better than he did in Miami. That was the last ranked fucking offense when he left, and then literally the fucking offensive coordinator, the line coach, whatever, the offensive coordinator was freaking, snorting coke and hanging out with a hooker. So, it's just a total mess in Miami. But like I said, just wanted to let you, just want you guys to, just let me know what you guys think about, Ajayi having a slight, having a slight amount of, of touches this year. I think he will, but like I said, for the millionth time, it's not going to be by a lot. And these other guys are going to barely get, once in a while they're going to get the ball. There's no featured back on this team. There is going to be a back on this team that has slightly more carries, but not by that much. So when you really think about it, everybody is involved. And when you have everybody involved, it's less injury. You're not tiring everybody out, and there you go. Because you can't run Sproles a million times because, the guy's 35, 34 years old. Like, the guy can't, he's not 20, he's not 21, 22 years old anymore. So, Ajayi running the ball and doing his thing, I'm happy with it because, Ajayi is really not the guy to catch the ball out of the backfield unless it's a screen pass. Other than that, not really the guy you throw the ball to. Corey Clement, Darren Sproles, there you go. How many times did LeGarrette Blount get thrown the ball to? Maybe twice. Once during the Chargers game, and I forgot when the other time he actually caught a pass. Really, that was really it. So that's all I really got to talk about, guys. That's all I really got to say. So what do you guys think about all that? Ajayi, kind of getting the slight bulk of the carries, and do you think that he will be re-signed, and do you think that he will have a good year? Now he's not coming in half the year. Do you think he can actually get to a 8 to 1,000-yard season? We'll see though. But I'm excited to see what this running back room looks like. I'm excited to see, like I said before, Josh Adams, Matt Jones going after it, and we'll see what happens after that. So that's all I gotta say, guys. So shake squad up, fly goes fly, peace.